what are the top 3 reasons to invest in Festival South VMC Master Plan Community?
For sure. Number 1, transit. We're steps away from the VMC subway hub. You have connectivity to TDC, Zoom, Viva, everything. Number 2 will be the 2 new schools that we're creating. So we're dedicating 7 acres to build 2 new schools, 1 public and 1 Catholic. And number 3 is the underground network that we're creating for our community. For you to travel outside within the community, you don't have to walk outside. And if I can add one more, it's the builder.
Welcome to Bravo Condos. Located near Jane Street and Highway 7, this new development is set to rise in the bustling Vaughan Metropolitan Centre. The VMC is becoming one of the fastest growing downtown cores in the GTA, and it will be home to these very condos and so much more. Featuring not 1, not 2, but 3 new towers, Bravo Condos will be a significant addition to the country's best-selling condominium community. This exciting condo development will be just steps from the VMC Mobility Hub, which sees up to 20,000 daily transit users. This location is just a short commute from world-class education and is home to an array of thrilling entertainment, premier shopping, dining, and cultural attractions. The VMC is growing at an accelerated rate. Its initial growth plans are moving so rapidly that the city is working on creating a secondary plan update to possibly expand its boundaries into the surrounding area. Currently, around 341,000 people live in the city of Vaughan, and there are already 4,300 people living in Vaughan's new downtown. And that number is expected to grow by 64,000 people by 2031. That's a growth of 139%. As a result of this massive anticipated growth, over 32,000 new residential units are being constructed. In addition, over 11,500 new jobs will be added over the next 10 years. Now, more than ever, it's a time to invest in Vaughan. Let's dive into some housing stats. The average price of a condo in Vaughan was approximately $696,000 in March of 2023, down 12.5% from the previous year. Meanwhile, the average rent has increased by 11.9% from approximately $2,000 in Q1 2022 to $2,300 in Q1 of 2023. The vacancy rate in this area sits at 0.6%. Living at Bravo means having easy access to North America's award-winning rapid transit system and regional transit, connecting residents to the entire GTA and beyond. In addition to being part of the TTC service network, VMC Subway Station is a designated Metrolinx mobility hub with York Regional Transit, Viva buses, and Zoom Transit connections. Traveling around the area is easy, and downtown Toronto is just a 45-minute commute away. The GTA has never been more accessible. Now let's get into the specifics of this exciting development. Bravo Condos will join Festival South VMC, bringing 3 new stunning towers to the community. Located in this ambitious master plan community, Bravo Condos features stunning architecture and luxurious amenities, including a vibrant pedestrian promenade. Bravo Condos is a joint venture by Menkes and Quadreal Property Group, 2 innovative powerhouses in the home building industry. The companies have fused together to bring a dynamic, visionary, and bright future to the VMC. And now we're sitting down with Simon Lee, Director of Sales, High-Rise Residential at Menkes Developments. Hi, Simon. Thank you so much for doing this. It's a pleasure being here.
Yeah.
Ahead of the project launch that we're going to be having at the end of this month, I think, for Bravo Condominiums.
Very soon.
Yes. As you know, we at GT Homes, we want to have the exclusive scoop and information about all top projects across the GTA, and we feel privileged to be here for Bravo Condominiums.
Thank you for coming to this amazing space that we have. We have a 10,000 square foot showroom to showcase to you our vision of South VMC.
Oh, thank you for having us. But before we get into the details of Bravo Condominiums, we want to know first what makes VMC the right investment location for today's market?
Yeah, for sure. Menkes has been around for almost 70 years. We have learned a lot throughout our experience, not only developing low-rise, high-rise, but as well as like commercial, both in office and retail. Through our experience, we never had the opportunity to have such a blank canvas for us to create the entire vision. And with South VMC, we're very excited for that.
And what can you tell us about Festival South VMC Master Plan Community? Before we talk about the project that we're going to be launching, which is Bravo Condominium's 3 towers, if you can learn more about this huge master plan community that we're sitting right on top of where it's going to be built.
Yeah.
What can you tell us?
One most important thing is it's right close to transit. With the subway extension, we really saw a huge boom in the Vaughan VMC area. Back in the 1970s, late 70s, early 80s, the subway extension actually happened on the opposite of Line 1, up Yonge Street. And that's where Menkes really started their high-rise program. So back in the 80s throughout to now, we've built about 25 buildings. And we saw the importance of transit and what the subway extension means to an area of the city. And with the VMC subway station opening in 2017, we can really see that future happening here. For Bravo Festival, this will be our 3rd block that we're creating. We started with Mobilio, then we had Festival Grand Festival, and now Bravo. So Bravo is right in the center of South VMC. It's what we call the heart of South VMC. One reason being it's right in the middle of our retail spine, our retail promenade. So with a lot of mixed-use communities, you don't see a lot of vibrancy on the street level. And what we're trying to create here is kind of what North York has right now. Street retails, a lot of cool restaurants, dining experiences, shops. That's what we're trying to create for South VMC.
Now, speaking with South VMC, which is where Bravo is going to be located, we're launching 3 towers. And what
Yes.
can you tell about the 3 towers? What type of floor plans are we going to be seeing across the 3 towers, and how many units?
So across 3 towers, we have about 1,600 units. Layout-wise, it goes from 1 bedroom all the way to 3 bedrooms. There's units for everyone. Also, with the amenity program that we're offering, we have over 16,000 square foot of outdoor and indoor amenities. We have the traditional stuff such as the gym, the party rooms, but also some new stuff. We have a recording studio, so for people that are doing podcasts, they have a space to do that. With a music studio. So if you want to play instruments, you won't be annoying your neighbors. There's a soundproof room for you to practice your guitar, your drums, a lot of exciting amenities.
Now, speaking with amenities, what does that mean for our residents or investors? These lifestyle amenities, how does this add value to their investment?
Yeah, for investors, their tenants would have a lot more opportunity to do a lot of the activities that they like without having to go elsewhere. So some of the stuff that I mentioned is these amenities within the smaller community, but what I didn't mention is some of the larger area amenities. We learned that for a community to grow, it really needs education, schools. For younger families, if they have children, they would have to look for a school for the children. So what we're doing here is dedicating 7 acres for the creation of 2 new schools, 1 public and 1 Catholic. As people mature, get into their families, they don't have to move elsewhere. They can stay within the community that they grew up in.
Which that's nice to hear as a parent, working and living in the same community where I can just drop off my son and then go downtown to work. It's
Exactly.
very convenient.
Yeah.
Now, in terms of location, I know transit is the #1 amenity that everybody's looking for. I know we're steps away from the subway station, but what other amenities nearby can residents and investors expect at Bravo?
Yeah, so nearby, Vaughan is a very vibrant city. I know, as a Vaughan resident, I know because my parents are in Vaughan. So there's not just the elementary or high schools that we're creating here. There's also York University, which is just 6-minute subway ride from VMC subway station. There's abundance of shopping at Vaughan Mills. There's Canada's Wonderland. As well, there's a lot of area big employers. A lot of industries are deciding to make Vaughan their home base. So Vaughan has a lot to offer.
Now, in terms of investors that are always looking at different neighborhoods, different communities, Vaughan, there's Toronto, there's Mississauga, there's Markham. What makes VMC different and unique and more advantageous or creates more opportunities to investing?
I think what VMC is unique in its offering is that, like I mentioned in the very beginning, it's a blank canvas. So for a developer like us, we can really use all the experience that we learn, all the distilled experience that we learned from 70 years to create a city that doesn't just offer residential buildings, but as well as office, retail, schools, transit, and everything combined, and create the perfect community.
Now, in regards to the builders, Menkes and Quadrillo, what can you share about Menkes?
Yeah, so Menkes, it's a family business. Right now, it's the third generation. One thing that I really like to mention is that throughout the 70 years of history, there's zero cancellations in terms of projects. So we really, have the confidence in the purchasers. The purchaser really have confidence in us to deliver the projects. And for Quadrillo, they manage and own Baby Village. They also have Oak Ridge Shopping Center in Vancouver. So, the combination of Quadrillo and Menkes, we're really able to deliver not just the residential, but as well as the retail offerings.
Now, Simon, if you share a little bit about the floor plans, because floor plans are very important to our investors and our buyers. What type of units are we going to be seeing? Also, size? Is it catering more to young professionals, families? Can you share a little bit more?
Yeah, so for sizing wise, we have studios starting around 300 square feet, and then one bedrooms would be in the mid 400 to 500 square feet. From then to 700 square feet, you would have our one bedroom plus den, both one bathroom and two bathroom, and then 700 square feet is the size range of our two bedrooms. And then, as I mentioned earlier, we'll have larger three bedrooms to offer for people that are downsizing.
So it's for everybody that wants to come and live, work, and play in the VMC.
Yeah. Right now, Bravo and Festival, there will be an underground pedestrian tunnel that will connecting the two phases. What that means is that if you live in Bravo, you can still go to the grocery store in Festival without having to go outside. So we experience a lot of winter and rainy weathers here in Toronto, so we don't have to go outside for the access. And the vision is that in the future, every single one of the smaller communities that we create would be connected to a larger community.
Within the 100-acre South VMC master plan community.
Exactly, yeah.
Now, in terms of retail, what kind of retail? I know we can't say this is the type of retail that's coming in the area, but what type of retail do you guys foresee that's going to be coming to the area?
I think from Menkes and Quadrillo's experience, we really know the type of tenants to put in. We'll have a really mixed curated shops, a lot of cafes, restaurants, just a lot more vibrancy. We don't want to just have retail space that's kind of doesn't have too much life on the outside. We want people to be able to walk around when it's nice out and be able to just, without having to go specifically to a place, they can just walk around and shop in leisure.
Now, I know a lot of people are actually moving out of Toronto and going to the suburbs in order to have more outdoor space, open space.
Yeah.
Is South VMC Master Plan Community going to be having a park?
Yeah, for sure. So in total, the entire South VMC, we have 45 acres of parkland and outdoor space and central squares. And right in the middle of South VMC, we also have 11 acres dedicated to a central park. That's where all the basketball courts, summer markets, soccer fields, volleyball. In the winter, we'll have a skating rink. So a lot to offer for outdoor activities.
Simon, thank you so much for doing this.
Yeah.
One question that we always ask at the end is, how can our clients have first access to Bravo condominiums?
I mean, Bravo is going to be a very hot project. Back in 2020 and 2021, we were the best-selling condo community in the entire country. And to get first access, you must contact Bridget and David at GTA Homes.
Thank you so much. Looking forward for Bravo Condominium. It's going to be launching at the end of the month. So remember, for first access, contact gta-homes.com.